Hey, yo, Cavs Nation. Hey, y'all, come close. We just might have struck gold. Why? Because since January 2nd, the Cleveland Cavaliers, yes, our Cleveland Cavaliers, are the best team in the East. Not good, not solid, not trending. I'm talking about the best. And it didn't happen randomly. Y'all know we was already trying to catch a groove before the trades, but then we grab Harden, right? And then the offensive ratings jump. Specifically, they jump 9 points. The rim pressure went up. It seemed like we're trying to get into the paint at will now. The 3 point is popping. Yeah, we have some nights where we don't shoot the best, but overall, everything seemed to be clicking. We trying to find our groove, especially offensively. You feel me? Sometimes when our defense struggle, we know that at least we can score with the best of them. So the real question is, y'all, did this trade unlock something special within this locker room? Okay. Did we strike gold? Did we? I don't even think we was. People didn't think it was gonna look like. But let me ask Shaw though, for the fans, we know what's up for real. Did we strike gold with this crazy trade, man? With the acquisition of Harden, Schroeder, and Ellis. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to Cavs State of Mind, man. It's your girl Naja Lee, and this is episode 18 on the realest Cavs breakdown on the net, and the only place where hoops meet. Higher perspective. Y'all know how we get down. Each and every episode is powered by the illest lifestyle brand on the map. Free your lens, empowering dope people like you to do dope things with purpose and intention. Y'all, we on the road to 500 subscribers. We almost there. So while y'all here, hit that like, hit that subscribe, get into the live chat, man. Let's get active because we got to talk about our Cavs, man. Our Cavs, man. We had a great outing yesterday, a fantastic outing yesterday against the Knicks. Um, I was a little stressed that first half. So let's talk about this game yesterday because this Knicks game yesterday showed us a lot. I think you when you listen to a lot of people kind of talk about the game yesterday, they're kind of taking it a little lighter than what I would have thought. With when we play the Knicks, y'all know it can go either way with the Knicks. You feel me? We have beat the Knicks in the past. We have lost to the Knicks in the past, right? But usually the one consistent elephant in the room when we play the Knicks, it's always from the paint. It's always from the bigs. It's always we just always get bullied, get beat, and yeah. So tonight, y'all know we got to talk about. We're gonna recap the Knicks game the way we do it over here on Cavs State of Mind, and then we're gonna break down some of the benefits, some of the pros of Harden coming on to our team and how he is affecting our offense and impacting our offense in a positive way, and then also defensively how Schroeder and Keon Ellis what they do to assist in our defensive attack along the perimeter. So we got some things to talk about, man. First and foremost, man, 216 is live. 216 is live. This is my little remix on J. Cole 26. Y'all know the song, but we gonna go 216 is live. Hey, 216 is live. Hey, 216 is live. Hey man, come on, man. Y'all know we turned up when we saw Jarrett Allen pull up to the show, pull up yesterday, let the fro loose, let the air go through his fro a little bit and showed up, man. He kind of got silenced a little bit in the first half. We didn't really feel the JA impact, but you know what he said? Hold on, just wait on it. It's a long game. I'm gonna need y'all to be patient. You feel me? So in that victory, man, big Jarrett Allen against the Knicks gave us 19 points, 10 rebounds, and he was almost perfect from the field. 7 for 8 from the field. That's crazy. You know what? That's crazy though, because most of his buckets are super easy. You feel me? Now, granted, when DG was here, DG did influence the game in a positive way as far as how he can get into the paint. But what we know, we've been watching DG for a long time, but we've been watching Harden longer, right? And what we know about Harden is that Nobody can stop him from getting to where he wants to go on the court. Nobody, right? Either he putting his body into you, putting his weight into you to get move you around, right? Or he's shifty. He's still quick, especially in that half court setting. You feel me? He's a dangerous man. That being said, you feel me? A player like Harden is making it even easier for a gentleman like JA to make an impact on the game, especially staying consistently involved in the game on the offensive side, right? He's been doing tremendous things. So let's look at the game recap and let's kind of talk about that. And y'all let me know what y'all saw in the game because I'm gonna tell y'all a couple things that I saw. First and foremost, let me tell you something. Mitchell, that's my boy. You know my boy Don Don. You know I'm riding till the wheels fall off of my boy Don Don. Here's the thing though, there are moments where you know that we need a bucket. He knows that the team needs a bucket. And I think sometimes he takes whatever bucket he can get in that moment versus trying to create to get the best opportunity, the best potential basket. And what's been happening for the last couple games is that I feel like obviously his efficiency has declined drastically, right? And he's taken 18 shots to get 23 points. That's not what we want to see in our leader because we want this thing to be just a little bit easier for you. Even, n- you know, now let me tell you something about pause before I continue there. Let me tell you something about them refs though. See, I can say it, I ain't gonna get fined. The refs was garbage. Oh no, the refs were not on our side. It was a home court game, so I'm thinking, okay, bet. I mean, when you look at the amount of stars between the teams, I guess we gonna take the scale there too. So okay, we up two just in the eyes as far as who should be getting the favor on the whistle, and we weren't getting the favor on the whistle. I mean, so many times Donovan went to the basket, Harden went to the basket, and didn't get the call. So many times I saw Evan didn't get the call, and I'm like, wow, what do we need to do to get the call? You feel me? Do we have to speak with somebody before the game and let them know, like, hey, maybe y'all should be a little fair today? I don't know. What do we need to do? Do we need to send out some gift cards? I don't know, because they gotta tighten up. But every year we talk about the lack of officiating and how poor it is. So here we are, just another day, another dial here, I guess. That being said, I mean, Donovan also understands that if he doesn't score, regardless if he is efficient or not, if he doesn't score, usually the Cavs don't win those games. So at least he is aggressive enough to understand the moment. What we talk about over here, what I talk about over here all the time is different from understanding what the coach wants you to do. That's one thing. What the team plan and the team philosophy is, that's one thing. All that's the one thing, right? It's a whole nother thing understanding the assignment. And that is internal. Understanding the assignment is what you got to do every game, regardless if the coach said it or not. And I think Donovan is a great example of understanding the assignment, where as he knows that even if he's not shooting efficiently, he can't become passive. He has to continue attacking. Okay, the ref's not calling it. You still got to keep going. You still got to apply pressure. You still got to make sure that the defense is playing you honest. And that's the thing. When you are that electric of a scorer, you make it easier on them when you lose your confidence and you allow poor shooting to affect your attack, to affect your spacing, to affect you making the pass, right? So I think even still shooting 5 for 18, look how many times he got to the line, 14 times, right? 11 free throw, 11 makes on 14. I'll take that. Yeah, he didn't shoot that well, but he made it count when he needed to make it count, especially in that fourth quarter. There was that series in the fourth quarter where Donovan hit a three, Harden hit two threes, and Jarrett Allen had a dunk. And it's just like, you know what I mean? It just happened so fast. Whereas, a 5 point lead. Now you got pop, 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 pop. So when it's dropping like that, you forget about the missed shots from the first half. That don't matter no more. Right now is game on the line. How can we pull away? How can we create space? And how can we remind the world that, to be honest, we're the best team in the East? And I love Detroit, right? How can you not love what they doing in Detroit? You got to. If you don't like what they doing in Detroit, you a basketball hater. It is what it is. It's basketball haters out here. You feel me? Don't you just shouldn't be one of them. That being said, we still got the best team in the East. When you look at us on roster, right? When you look at what we can do individually, and when we seem to start to pull it together as a team, we're scary. Detroit ain't scary, right? You be like, you fear their defense a little bit because you know Detroit can lock you down, but are you really worried about Detroit blowing you out? Like, it's, you can't score with us, right? It's only one team that really worried me. That's Boston. And it's always gonna be Boston in the East. I don't care who's suiting up for them. Unless we going way back to the early 2000s when you just had Paul Pierce and Walker over there. Just, you know what I'm saying, they was doing they 1-2, but it was just it. Back then, that's been the last time that the Celtics been trash. But every time they march a team out on the court, it's always a good chance that they can go home with that victory just because of how they're coached and the mentality of the team. That being said, that's the only team in the East that really would have me worried about anything. I don't want to see them until we gotta see them, right? And if it's a playoff situation, I will hope to see them in the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't want to see them first and second round, right? So, that being said, what we did in this Knicks game, especially what our bigs did, and more importantly, what Jarrett Allen did, it was just impressive. It was impressive because we hadn't seen that type of energy, that 216's live energy from JA in the big moments, right? We see him beast on Chicago, the Hornets, the Wizards, you feel me? Pelicans, right? But I need to see the numbers on the hitters, right? We need to put these numbers up on Wemby and them, right? We need to put these numbers up on the bigs that matter. When we play Orlando again, they got some bigs down there. We're gonna need to make it count. Okay, when we about to play Detroit, we know they got bigs. We gonna have to make it count. So let's start to not only continue to stack these wins and stack these habits, but stack the level of engagement and the level of intensity and how we show up to the game. If we can continue to build upon that game in, game out, you know what I mean? Stay in attack mode, JA. That's what you said, my baby boy. That's what you said. You feel me, JA? Why you been playing at this level? What's going on? Why you killing them like this? I'm in attack mode. Oh, so now you telling me you know what it takes. So you telling me as long as you stay on attack, that this is a level of play that we should expect now as fans, right? As living room analysts, right? We should expect this game in when we doing our film study and our film review on the game, and who's doing what and who's carrying their weight and who's weighing us down. You telling me that as long as I'm in attack mode, we should be able to get the 19 and 10s, right? Oh, okay then. So that's what I need to see, man. Jarrett Allen's activity in yesterday's game, it wasn't just his scoring. He was everywhere, right? This is our center on the ground for a loose ball against one of their guards, one of their swing guards. Josh Hart is a guy who's all over the place too. A guy who, what is my position? Whatever y'all need me to be. I believe y'all need me to play point guard. Whatever. You feel me? When Brunson was out, spent that time out for the ankle. What was that? A year and a half ago? Maybe even 2 seasons ago by now. Josh Hart did a lot of their ball handling. You feel me? Because his IQ is up there. Respect to him, but respect to JA, because this was the Cavs State of Mind show. Okay, we pay homage to ours first and foremost. So respect to JA, because look at his hustle. No, hold on, you're not beating me to that. You're not beating me to that rock dog. No. We on the home court and we got these ugly Sherbert jerseys on. I really got to make it count. My mama watching. Now I don't know if y'all like these jerseys. I think they trash. I don't rock with them, dog. They say, oh, the commentators say, oh, make me think about ice cream. I don't want basketball to make me think about ice cream. That's soft to me. What we doing? Come on, man. So long story short, JA, this level of activity, this is exactly what we need, especially during this fantastic month called Black History Month, right? Because it got to be paying homage to the month, right? You got to be doing that, JA, because we've never seen an output like this for an entire month, calendar month. This is better than your all-star year. Okay? So if this is what we should be expecting of him in attack mode, then I don't want to see anything less but attack mode. Because now you telling me it's emotional or it's mental or it's I'd rather be at home reading my book. I don't want to be in attack mode today. Now your ultimate nemesis in the Knicks, the team that really kind of packed JA up every game, is the New York Knicks. If there's ever a team that he folds to, it's the Knicks. Yesterday, shout out to it being 2026. This is a new year, baby. He said, I'm changing. I'm not allowing the Knicks to do me foul no more. I'm not allowing them to be able to have the continue on this narrative that I'm soft, that I'm weak, that I'm scared of the bright lights. Now, granted, this game was in Cleveland. So if ever we have to play a formidable opponent like the Knicks and one of our rivalry kind of teams, you will want to play them games at home. Okay? So now you got to replicate that and do it on the road. I got to see it twice. To know it ain't fluke. For me as a basketball fan, a lot of people didn't had great games. We from Cleveland, boy, we done seen Larry Hughes do some things. We done seen Deli Trey do some things, right? We done seen our Renewable had a good game or two, right? But I need two of them from a former All-Star, from a guy that's worth $30 million a year. I need February, this turning into March, this turning into April, and then you turning all the way up and even stepping that game up even more, especially on the defensive side in May. That's what we talking about. When we talking about playoffs, this what we need. No more tucking your tail. No more tucking your tail. So shout out to Jarrett Allen, man, who's having a phenomenal February, averaging 21 points, 11.9 rebounds, 1.9 assists, and 1.3 blocks, man. That's our power center right there. And he don't even look that powerful. But when that boy coming down that lane, now you have a seat and take a picture, okay? Because I'm flying. So shout out to JA, man. He been turning up. And you know what? Just in all, right? Our entire team, when we look at how we've improved since the acquisition of Harden, man, it's really been something to watch, the transformation. So yeah, let's talk about it, man. Since Harden got here, the Cavs offensive rating has jumped by 9 points compared to when he is off the floor. You feel me? So we haven't seen that level of an impact in stats, in actual measurable stats like a point, in a while, where one person being on the court is a +9 in points. You feel me? Usually, even with DG, and shout out to him, like he was so electric, and he was so dynamic to our team. However, he could just be abused defensively, right? So it's almost like whatever you can get, you giving up. So you right, and then sometimes you move a little fast, and then you got your assist to turnovers, not the best, but there are games where you can give us 10, 11 assists, right? But then you're gonna be injured the next 6 games. So then it's just this back and forth, but really it's his his size. Just is what it is. So also since Harden has been here, our rim pressure and our playmaking has absolutely improved. Obviously, Spider is the type of player that's gonna always attack, always be in attack mode. You ain't gotta tell him to attack. That's who he is, right? Sometimes I be wanting him to settle for the mid range jumper. A lot of times I do because the reps are not favorable to him a lot. Even though the last game he got 14 free throw attempts, they missed a lot of calls still. They missed a goaltending call. They missed a lot of calls in that game. Now, can you imagine if they did miss all those extra calls? They would have been calling him free throw merchant because he's always in attack mode. So, but with the acquisition of Harden, he has improved the team's ability to finish at the rim. With him, the Cavs take 3.4 more percent shots at the rim and convert them at a significantly higher rate. That is 69.8%. So we go into the basket 3.4 more percent. Boom. I like that. Right. And it's not just a trade with Harden. It also means that another guard that's now coming off the bench in Jalen Tyson, whose minutes is he taking? Lonzo Ball. I don't even want to say his name because when he was getting the minutes, I was like, why is he getting subbed in to be our backup point guard? We don't need him. All he do is stay around the perimeter, jacking up threes. We need somebody that's going to be able to attack the paint, literally attack the paint. Don't act like you're going to attack. Go in there, dog. Why you scared? Go in there. But see, Ball, he was scared to go in there. I don't know if he thought he was going to get popped and knocked down on the ground and not get back up again. I don't know. But that ain't our problem no more. That being said, it's not just DG not being here in replace of Harden. It's also having more people that's coming off the bench that is willing to go into the paint. Look at who comes off the bench now. You got Keon Ellis, you got Schroeder, you got Tyson, right? Sam Merrill, even we saw Sam Merrill going to the paint now. Sam Merrill looking fearless out there. White boy can't jump. Who? Sammy boy. Sammy boy been cooking. Sammy boy, I used to be like, Sam can't dribble worth a damn. Sam, he got enough in his bag to get to his spot. And his spot always ain't got to be the jump shot. He done fooled us a couple times in these last few games where he done took it to the rack and finished on the end one and hit him with the reverse. I said, I ain't know Sam had basket moves. I just thought he had the shot. Let me find out he like a little Steph out here. Oh. Not mean a little Steph, I mean a little Steph, like a real junior Steph. But percentage wise, shooting wise, we talking. Right? So he tighten up on them handles even more. Boy, Sam Merrill gonna be a probably limb. And we ain't paying him that much. Yeah, I'll take it. Boom. So then also with Harden, his individual gravity pull, right? When you see the game and you see the slow motion and when you see the replays, you see 4 people drawn to him, sagging to him. And it's like, damn, you sagging off of Donovan, Dean Wade, and Evan Mobley. Also, you can stop this pick and roll alley-oop with Harden and then J.A. You're crazy. Just play it honest, dog. Too many weapons. And then again, don't let the wings start busting. So when you got Evan Mobley come start the game, hit his first 2 threes, that's because the gravitational pull from Harden. He driving, even act like he gonna drive. Everybody just gonna drop 1/2 a step, and that's all he need is that little extra space. And then when slower shooters like Evan Mobley, he need all the gravitational pull you can get because his shot ain't fast, right? So he need all the time. Now between you and I, y'all, between us. Ask me this or answer me this. Since Evan Mobley's return from the calf strain, part 2, not part 1, part 2, have we noticed that his jump shot is quicker now? Have we noticed that Evan Mobley's timing and his release is quicker now? He's getting this up quicker, and this used to be the problem because he gets stuck and then he could. So and I'll be like, dog, it got to be one motion. You got to, and he wasn't doing that. But now you can see that he got a little bit of pop on it. And that's exactly what you want to see. He needs to speed that timing up a little bit still, but again, he started the game with hit the first two threes from the Cavs. I'll take that. You feel me? I'll take that. That's evolution and that's progress. What we don't want to see is regress. We don't want to see shooting percentage has already, declined. He was started last season, he was shooting 37% from the three. Now he's right around 30% from the three. So chalk the first part of the season up. Chalk that up, right? Chalk everything up before February. Boom. Before the injury, forget it. That's over with. Now, what are you going to do to close the season and moving into this playoff run? Now what we going to do, right? Stay healthy, number one. The best ability is availability. We already know that. So, Evan Mobley, you got to tighten up, okay? Okay, ice baths every night. Okay, massages, get them calves loose. Okay? But on top of that, the consistency in shot, I would love to start to see it now. I would love to see 35% from the three and 60% from the field, from the paint, from the two. I would love to see that. I would love to see Evan Mobley not just commit to going to his right. When you go to his right and they stop you, spin back to your left. I would love to see the footwork continue to evolve because we know he got it, but it's like sometimes he doubts himself. And you can see the doubt in the game. I'm like, but you didn't show us you got the spin. So just put them together. Don't come out the gate wanting to spin. Make them make them think that they got you locked up. Oh no, I cut them off. I just spin off that. Boom, boom, arm. I'm back out with the pivot. We gone. You feel me? And to go ahead and dunk on him. That's what's got to happen. But he's growing and he's evolving. And I love to see it. I love to see it. I ain't rushing him, especially now that we got Harden. I ain't rushing. Take your time, playboy. And then prior to the chat, Garland was a steady floor general, obviously, but the team's net rating and offensive efficiency was much lower than they have been under Harden's leadership in February. So it's just another level. And I think, that's a testament to Harden's maturity, his experience, he has so many games played, so many minutes played, so many buckets scored, so many defenses that he's seen. So a lot of things is not going to surprise him. There's nothing new under the sun, and he didn't seen it all. Right? He's helped to change the game. He's the reason why people like Shea exist when they call foul merchant. He's one of the ones that started the trend. Right? Let me get you to foul me. Right? Of this generation, we had Paul Pierce, who he a pump fake king. He gonna get you up. He gonna see what he can do. But same thing with Harden. But you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it, and he make you play honest defense. Nah, it ain't no trapping me. It ain't no because I can just make you foul me, right? So this is what Harden did against the Knicks, man. Again, he didn't have the best shooting game either, but he made critical buckets when they mattered most, and it was really in that third quarter. Fun fact, the Knicks were held to 11 points in the third quarter. Cleveland won this frame by 13 to push their halftime lead to 6-18 heading into the final quarter, all but sealing the win. We won the game in the third quarter, and it's because of key shots from Harden. He woke up in the third quarter, right? He woke up in the third quarter. Donovan started to hit shots, not that many shots, but he started to make. He made a three in the third quarter. Harden made two. You feel me? It was just big shots. New York went 1 for 12 from three in the third quarter. You know what I mean? So they struggled for real. Obviously this wasn't a normal game that we normally would have saw from New York, especially with Brunson. Brunson was in a damn Brunson was in a bag, and not the bag that the Knickerbockers wanted to see. We had that boy in a chokehold. Come here, get your butt over here. You ain't scoring nothing. We had the boy in a chokehold. You feel me? If it wasn't Dean Wade, it was the boy Schroeder and them. Okay? If it wasn't Schroeder, it was Tyson. If it wasn't Tyson, Keon Ellis was chasing him. Y'all remember all we used to have was a Coro? What? And Strus? That's all we had on the perimeter when it came to defense. Okoro and Strus. Ty Jerome, DG, Spider. You feel me? Even Spider playing better defense. He picking pockets. He playing a lane now. It's just it's been the resurrection is here. I'm trying to tell y'all we've struck gold. Look at my boy. Y'all seen the dunk. Y'all seen when Schroeder came through the lane, right? No look pass to Donovan, and he said, "Come on, man. You gotta love that, man. You gotta love the energy." What we are seeing right now is what the Cavs fans been begging for all season. Why y'all don't play the game like y'all love it? Why y'all ain't playing like y'all love it no more? But now we ain't gotta say we see the love. Look at him. We see him flexing. We see him even when it's a turnover. We see, no, it's cool, bro. It's all right, bro. Just it's cool, man. Don't even beat yourself up. We got it, bro. Don't even worry. Don't even trip. You can see everybody chill. You feel me? Ain't nobody tense no more. Top of the season, middle of the season, even leading up to the end of the year, to end of like December, everybody was still uptight. Like, we just what we doing? I don't know. We ain't got no identity. Everybody in the uproar. You got Tyson making comments. Everybody just showing they displeasure. And now we see excitement, right? We see energy. Shout out to the boy Donovan Mitchell scored his 100th 30-point game as a Cavalier just a couple games ago, bro. You see what we saying? I mean, he putting the cape on. He said, "Don't worry about it, y'all. If y'all trust me, I'm gonna lead us to the mountaintop." I'm trying to tell you, Black History Month, we going to the mountaintop, y'all. All of us, promised land, here we come. I expect to see us in the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm excited. I used to be, just optimistic, just blindfoldly, because I'm a romantic, right? I love basketball. I'm a basketball romantic. I romanticize this for real, y'all. I be like, the Cavs, you know what I'm saying? We got it. We still got it. We still in there. We still in there. I believe land. Talking shit the whole time, knowing damn well we gonna crash out. We're gonna crash out. But now, bro, it's different now. I really believe it. I really believe it. Bro, we've been on a tear all year long. Let's show us where we've been so far. At the top of the month, I was telling y'all that February is key. February is key. February is key. It's critical to see what we do in February. And if we can win 70% of our games, that was my goal. If we can win 70% of our games in February, we have the potential to not flip just one spot from, at the time we were a 5th seed, not to just get to the 4th seed, but potentially we can get to the 2nd seed, depending on our win percentage at the close of this month. Now here we are. Okay. The games have been updated. Now, my only prediction that we circled the Denver game, we circled OKC, and we circled Detroit. As a collective Cavs state of mind family over here, those are the games that we circled that we said we don't know. We don't know on those games. I said depending on if Jokic is playing or not, that's going to dictate everything for me. Jokic did play. I actually predicted the Cavs to lose, but we barely won. We won by 2. Surprised me. I'm okay with being wrong in instances like that. So boom, we beat Denver. We knew we was gonna beat the Wizards. We knew we was gonna beat Brooklyn. We also said there could be a question mark against the Hornets because of how well the Hornets been playing. They played a great game. But we closed out that game strong. So shout out to us. Shout out to Cavs Nation. So we beat the Hornets. Boom. I predicted us losing to OKC. And that's what happened. We got spanked. Well, we didn't get spanked all the way in the game, but how we started the game, I'm like, is y'all throwing this game? Is y'all throwing this game? Because y'all could have played like this all game. Don't start doing this the second half. See this is what I be talking about. But I relax. I digress. We show up and show out against the Knicks. We practically dominate the entire game, right? And then, of course, The second half, we hold the Knicks to 11 points. We go on a run. Um, and James Harden show up in the second half. Donovan show up in the second half. Jarrett Allen. Everybody was a team effort, right? And we showed the Knickerbockers that baby boy, not today. Let me go ahead and hold that dub. Dubs in the chat. Dubs in the chat. Matter of fact, while y'all here, go ahead and hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hop in the chat and let me know y'all feeling. What's the vibe on Cavs state of mind? So bet. So boom, we beat the Knicks. Then now we got Milwaukee Bucks coming up, and then we have the Pistons to close out the month on Saturday. Right. So Milwaukee, not a problem. We should not struggle with them. We should not even make it close. I'm not mad if it's a close first half, but if the third quarter we go up by 15, stack onto that, it should be a 20-point victory. Should be I don't want to say fairly easy, but what are they gonna do with James Harden over there? Who they gonna put on there? Cam Johnson? Cam Johnson? That's not gonna be enough. Bobby Portis? That's not gonna be enough. Okay, so I got us winning by 20 against the Milwaukee Bucks. If it's not by 20, I'll take 15 plus. That's my spread on that. Then we have the game of the month, which is the best team in the East, best team in the NBA, at least statistically from wins. You got the Detroit Pistons. I think they are. They still leading the league in wins. Whatever. You got Detroit Pistons. Now, here's where we put up or shut up. It's on ESPN. Y'all know we really like to buckle on ESPN. Sometimes we get these broadcast games, and we forget who we are. We be like, oh, everybody watches, so I'm just gonna be pretty today. No, play. Right? So we gotta come strong against Detroit Pistons, because they've had some close wins, and then they've had some key losses just recently as well. So they want to continue to show the Eastern Conference that they are the dominant force, and they are the leaders, and they are the head of the snake. We need to remind the world that we just got off to a slow start, but now we've retuned or fine-tuned, retooled, and we're coming to reclaim our rightful spot, the number one in the East. Now we gonna have to pull off a miracle, but I'm okay with being the number two, right? Because we were looking at being a playoff team just in November. We were looking bad. So to be where we are here in February, you can. Hey, what I'm gonna say? Shout out to them, right? Shout out to them. So I think it's going to be interesting to close the season, but again, we got to take care of business. So no games against Milwaukee. Play them like if we lose, we're going to be a play-in team. We got to take that game serious. Don't take them lightly. And then from there, we got to show and prove against Detroit. One of the things that we're going to need to do against Detroit is, because they are a physical team, we're going to have to up our physicality, right? We have additional personnel that can help us do so. Okay, so shout out to our others, right? This is the first acquisition that we got in the flip from DeAndre Hunter that turned into Dennis the Menace Schroeder and Keon the Glove Ellis. So if I would have known that all it took was Trey and DeAndre Hunter, we could have traded him last year. The moment we ain't re-signed Ty Jerome, we could just go ahead and package up DeAndre Hunter and get. But it all happened for a reason, because we got two of the illest coming off our bench, and they ain't nothing but savages when it comes to defense. Savages. Now, newsflash again, when I covered the new acquisition of these two from Sacramento Kings, right? We did the whole breakdown of their game and what they can offer this team. We talked about how decorated Dennis Schroeder is, right? We talked about his MVP in FIBA. We talked about what he means to basketball and the entire country of Germany. We talked about that, right? But I think what he's doing to Cavs fans who maybe just didn't care or maybe just said, like, people was in the chat talking about, well, he will, if he was all that, why he always get traded, why he was on 4 different teams last year, da 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 da. It's people who, once they get released, they out the league. They available as a free agent, but don't nobody want them. He's always get a piece because he's a valuable piece, and every team would love to have him. Doesn't matter what team you got, you can always use a player archetype like Dennis Schroeder, a player that's going to make plays just from his defensive intensity, a player who you don't have to worry about making sure he get his, because he's gonna get his in the flow of the game, right? So between Dennis and Keon, man, they've been great additions to our team, and let's talk about why. Keon's disruptive length. Ellis has been a defensive spark plug off the bench, averaging 1.5 steals and 1 block per game in just 20 minutes a game, y'all. His ability to guard positions has mitigated the loss of Hunter's size. So one thing about Hunter, right, being 6'8" with that long wingspan, we thought that, wow, we're becoming a shorter team. And that's not what you want to see from the Cavs when we don't have like the brolic, big guys. And that's okay though, because his hustle, his athleticism, he does have long arms as well, and his defensive IQ, like his instinct, is unparalleled. That's something that we saw Hunter have in Virginia days, right? ACC Defensive Player of the Year. I don't think I've ever seen that. This level of defense, this level of want, um, since he been in the league. I mean, that's on me. That's on me if I didn't know he was like that in the league, but I knew he was like that in college, right? But today is today, okay, and we here now. So, shout out to Keon, man. Let's talk about Dennis for a minute, man, because again, these are the two guys, when they get in the game, they on the wing. The point of attack defense is top tier with both of them. But with Schroeder, he has provided a veteran defensive presence at the guard position, contributing 1.5 steals per game for Cleveland. His on-court presence has led to a 7.25 plus minus increase during his minutes. So when he on the court, we average additional 7 plus points when he's on the court, right? From being able to orchestrate offense, we seen a dime to Spider. We seen a dime to JA. We seen other dimes too, but some people don't be hitting shots, but it's okay. It's okay. Players F up. Matter of fact, first quarter, James Harden missed out on 3 additional assists because he hit the crazy corner pass to Dean Wade, the first corner pass, the first 3-point shot from Dean Wade. He missed that. Then he hit another one to Schroeder. Schroeder missed that. Then he hit one to Donovan. Donovan missed that. I said, okay, y'all. All right now. But the first half, both Donovan and James Harden both had 3 assists apiece the first half. Like, that's what you want to see from your guards, especially guards that is known to score a lot, for real. So Keon, man, and Dennis, they have really been adding to us stabilizing our defense, because we have games where we play amazing defense, and then games where we just lay an egg and we just allow teams to get 1,000 threes. Or look, I mean, when we look at OKC, they got every shot they wanted to get off. They got to the paint, they just lit it up from 3, right? And so even seeing that we are able to tweak that going into the very next game, because the Knicks are a high volume 3-point shooting team as well. They this season they almost living and dying by the 3, right? And that's usually not what we see from the Knicks, but it's a different regime, right? Whereas last year they ranked at the bottom of the league, at one of the lower teams in the league in 3-point attempts as a team, and now they lead the league in 3-point team percentage, which is crazy, from year to year. So for us, it's all our key is maintaining defensive consistency, especially along our point of attack defense on the perimeter. If we can't mitigate those 3-point attempts, if we can't slow teams down from just getting the shots up, we don't stand a chance. Not in today's NBA. Okay. Now, certain analysts noted that the trade returns Cleveland's roster to the previous status quo, allowing for a more balanced defensive rotation alongside Evan Mobley and his 1.8 blocks a game and Donovan Mitchell's 1.6 steals a game, right? Now here it is, a guy who is in the top 5 in scoring is also getting you 1.6 steals a game. If we got that same type of contribution from Mobley offensively, okay, you getting us 1.8 blocks a game. Now you can give us 22 points a game. Now we talking, right? 20, even if he didn't give us double doubles and double digits and rebounds, if Mobley was able to give us 20 points a game, 2 blocks, 4 assists, 3-4 assists, and then give me like 7-8 boards. I'll take that all day. Oh yeah, you big and you should give me 10 or 11 rebounds a game, but I'll take consistency and impact throughout the entire stat line. So points 20 plus, assists 4 plus, rebounds 7 plus, right? Blocks 2 plus. You give me numbers like that every game, and what we talking about? What we talking about? So yeah, speaking of our guys, man, our new guys, we got Schroeder, man. We saw yesterday what he did to the boy Jalen Brunson, man. Jalen Brunson was infuriated, man. I was mad for Jalen Brunson too. I said, damn, you ain't got no room to breathe. You got long Dean Wade leaning all over you. He long. You know what I'm saying? He just there. You can't get rid of him, even when you try to do that little turnaround, fade away, step back thing that he be trying to do for the left. He left-handed. So if you his size, he gonna get that off of you on you. If you 6'4", 6'5", he gonna get that off every time. But then Wade 6'8", so you ain't getting that off, right? Schroeder, and then when you take off Dean Wade, boom. All right, Dean Wade come out, Schroeder come in. Now Schroeder is the assignment on Brunson. Now his defensive style is completely different from Dean Wade's, right? Dean Wade, he relies more so on his foot movement and his length. Schroeder, yes, he relies on his foot movement, but he's physical. He wants his body in you. He wants to slow you down before you even get started. He can keep up with you laterally. He that quick, right? But he want to get you annoyed. He's a pest. So, they just been showing up. They've been showing up and showing out. It's great to see Keon Ellis and how he's adapted to the team. Since coming over here, he said, I was really excited to be on a contending team. They're trying to win right now. So I was definitely happy about the situation and that I could come in and help. You feel me? So already got the mindset that we want, that Cavs state of mind, whereas I'm here to help. Bro, I'm here to play my role, what we need to do. Because I know where y'all going, I ain't never been. And so if I can contribute to that, if I can bring something to the potluck, you feel me? If I can bring food to the table too, I don't want to just come and eat. I came here to contribute so we can all hold up this banner, so we can all be holding up our little ring fingers and doing this, so we can all be popping champagne bottles in the locker room when we say, Cleveland, this is for you, 2026 NBA champions. You feel me? It just sounds good. Just say it out loud, y'all. Cleveland Cavaliers 2026 NBA champions. It sounds great. Oh, got my skin crawling. Right? Got my hair standing up. We can do it, y'all. From what I'm seeing right now in the contribution, look, Myles Garrett said we can do it. Listen, it's buzzing in the city. We got the defensive player of the year on the football side. Okay, set the record with the sacks, right? We got two all-stars on the team right now. Really, you add four if you add Evan and Ja. Both of them made the all-star before, right? We come on, man. We miss. Listen, the starting five right now is the Showtime five. That's what I'm calling them. That's what I'm calling the Cavs right now with our starting five. We the Showtime five, right? You don't see us coming, but we out here. You might not see us coming, but we out here. We got Harden at the one, Spider at the two, Dean Wade at the three, Evan Mobley at the four, J.A. at the five. If everybody do what they supposed to do, that's Harden 20 and 10. Okay. 18 and 10. I'll take that. That's his average, right? 18 and 10. Assist, that is. You know he gonna give you about 4-5 rebounds too. So 18, 10, and 5. Spider, 29, 4, and 4. Okay. Dean Wade, 12, 8, and 3. Okay. Evan Mobley, 12 and 12. Okay. J.A., 19 and 10. That's just from the starting five. Now you got Schroeder off the bench with 11. Jalen Tyson off the bench with 10 to 12. You got Keon Ellis. He going to give you about 6. You feel me? Come on, man. We stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Then don't let the energy come in with Naquan Tomlin. Don't let the energy continue to thrive and come in. Don't let Thomas Bryant get in. Don't let the when Kenny get to start pulling. When he get in his bag and everything he call, every substitution he make is timely. It makes sense. It matters. It provides impact instantly. Right? There are no lags. There are no gaps. The bench is picking up where the starters left off. When they get back in, they pick it up where the bench left off, and everything is symbiotic, baby. We just flowing with synergy. You feel me? That's what we need to continue to see with the Cavs. That's what we have been seeing with the Cavs, and I'm expecting us to continue this showcase leading forward into closing out not just this month strong, but this year strong. Why not? Shout out to my boy Russell Wilson. You remember when he has Jordan line? I don't know if he still do because I guess the fame ain't for Wilson no more. But his tag was why not? Why say it out loud? Why can't the Cavs be the 2026 NBA champions? Why not? Yeah, I see what OKC doing, and that's cool. But guess what? Once I saw OKC get boxed in and boxed out by Spurs 4 times, I said, y'all stop talking to me about OKC. We spanked the Spurs with Wemby, and everybody showed up. So I don't want to hear about a team that's got an Achilles heel, literally Achilles heel, talking about they can't be beat. You got to go through them. No, ain't nobody. Come on, man. Come on, man. So yeah, I'm not. Yeah, we got to pay homage, pay respect. Yeah, okay, whatever. But this Cavs state of mine, and I would be crazy to not think that my team. I'm a realist too, but realistically, oh yeah, baby, we can win it all. We can win it all. We could definitely get out the East. And this is still paying homage to the Detroit Pistons. But if we talking about a series of 7, a series, this ain't the WNBA. We ain't got 3 games. Y'all gotta beat us 3 times on our court. Y'all gonna have home court. That's cool. Y'all gotta beat us 3 times on ours. That ain't happening. Not happening. Y'all gotta score with us 7 times. Not happening. May be able to do it twice. We play Detroit. That's a 4-2 win. 4-2 victory. Us. Not going to 7. We're gonna outscore y'all. Just call it what it is. Y'all ain't got the sharpshooters no more. I love Duncan Robinson. I really like their team. If I wasn't a Cavs fan, I'd be a Pistons fan. So I really don't got nothing to say, nothing negative to say about them, beside the fact that the reality of it is y'all can't keep up with scoring with us in seven games. Not in the series. Right? 1 game here and there, yeah, that's cool. And that's what the NBA is. Everybody professionals. Everybody work on their craft, and everybody want to be perfectionists on the court. But for 7 games, that's got to be dialed in. I don't think they got it. So, you know what I mean? That's it. That's it for me, man. That's the Cavs state of mind. Shout out to y'all, man. We got Tonight we got the Bucks at 8 o'clock, and then Saturday we have the Pistons. So it's gonna be interesting. Friday we got the Pistons. So tonight we got the Bucks. Friday we got the Pistons. Excuse me, and that's what's gonna close out February. So again, how we do on that 13 game win streak, we 11 games in, right? We play our 12th game of our 13 game streak in February, or games. We play our 12th game tonight, right? So our 12th game is tonight against the Bucks, and we've exceeded my expectations thus far, because I had us at about this game. I had us already losing 2 games, one to Denver and one to OKC. We snuck by Denver, won by 2, lost to OKC. Now we got to finish strong, beat the Bucks, and beat the Pistons, which I think we can do. Both of them. I think we can beat both of them. So y'all let me know in the chat how y'all feeling. What's y'all predictions? How y'all think the game gonna go tonight? Again, I think if 15 plus points spread should be nothing but expected in tonight's game. But this is the NBA. Anything can happen, and anything can happen. And we got parlays, and that always kind of affect games a little bit, kind of skew the result a little bit. I'm not naive. I understand. So that being said, man, I appreciate everybody for pulling up. Man. This has been Cavs State of Mind. We do this every Wednesday at 6 p.m. EST, man. While y'all here, if y'all pulling up live or pulling up on the replay, man, make sure you hit that like and hit that subscribe. We on the road to 500 subscribers, man. All engagement across this entire channel is much appreciated, whether you're watching us on Wednesdays with Cavs State of Mind, or Mondays with Her Core Her Rules, where we break down NCAA women's basketball. I'm actually gonna do a women's show tomorrow, because Thursday night showdowns in women's basketball be lit. So I'm gonna do a show tomorrow evening at 6. But every Monday we focus on women's basketball right here on Her Core Her Rules Beyond Lens TV, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all be easy. Y'all be blessed. Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all already know the close. Peace and freedom.